Another mid-season report card here on AFL.com.au with the legend that is Nick Bowen. Hi, Nico.
Turn it up, Tomo.
Well, you're talking about North Melbourne.
No, yes.
You're very passionate about this team. You cover them in depth. Let's start with the positive.
Where do we start, Matt? I mean, there's been so many. It's been a season I don't think anyone really expected. I think popularly tipped to finish last. Look, I think that the 2-point win over Sydney in round 7 at the SCG, very, very hard to beat the Swans up there. Showed everything, bit of guts and obviously talent as well. So a great win, that one.
Let's highlight a low light if we can.
Well, it's pretty hard to find them.
Can't
mate, to be
find
honest.
any.
Pretty hard to find them. But I have found one. I think that Ed Vickers-Willis, his season-ending injury in that same Swans game, a player that had really shown a fair bit in the first 7 rounds. Just a real shame that he can't continue that development for the rest of the year.
Who is under pressure at Arden Street?
No one.
No one.
No.
Happy days.
It is hard. This was a question that I must admit I struggled with a little bit. I'm going to go with Todd Goldson, and it's not because he's been terrible. He's been mostly pretty good, but I just think that he's not the same player he was in his All-Australian year of 2015. And sometimes, Matt, the big matchups, he's really come up short against Max Gawn and even Charlie Dixon in the Port Adelaide game, where they lost quite comfortably. He was really down in that game. So I think in the bigger games against the bigger name opponents, he needs to stand up.
Interesting. Let's get around someone who's impressed you.
I'm going with Jed Anderson. I think that he's a player who ended the last year of his contract this year. I must admit, I thought that he was really on borrowed time, but he's gone into that midfield. He's played like North would have hoped he would have played when they got him for a first-round pick from Hawthorn at the end of 2015. So he has been absolutely sensational.
Now, you could argue that the genie is already out of the bottle at North Melbourne and they've already been granted a wish, but since you're such a nice guy, why don't you give them another one?
I'll give them another one, Matt, and that would be basically that Ben Cunnington stays injury-free for the rest of the year. He's so important to them in that midfield. He's by far and away their best clearance winner, and I think if he goes down injured, it just really affects their structure because all of a sudden probably Jack Zeeble has to come back from the forward line, which I don't think they really want. That's worked well as well. So let's see Cunners stay fit for the rest of the year.
And let's give them a grade, the North Melbourne Football Club.
Very easy one, this one, Matt. A big fat A.
Not an A plus?
No, A. I think that they're
leave a little bit of room.
Yeah, look, I think they're 7 and 5. They could have done better, but I think that scarcely done better. I'm happy with an A.
A very happy Nick Bowen here on AFL.com.au, and of course there's more mid-season report cards coming up over the bye rounds right here online.